Hello, welcome to our Year 4 curriculum overview. This is Mr. Hubbard. I'm going to be talking through the topics and the subjects we're going to be covering for the forthcoming summer term. So we've already made a start on Food for Life. Children may have already started talking to you about this. It's strongly led by geography, science and design technology. We're going to be looking at the wonderful artwork by the Italian artist Giuseppe Arcimboldo. You might be familiar with that. The children certainly enjoy this one. As you can look, as what we're going to be looking at as geographers, learning where food comes from. We've already started talking about food miles and the implications that has on our planet. We've been learning about food that grows best in different countries, different conditions. We're looking at imports and exports to the UK as far as food goes. And we're also learning about how seasonality can affect the ingredients and the food that we can eat. As design technologists, we're exploring world foods and design, and we're going to make it and evaluate a piece of edible artwork, something to look forward to. So there, just looking at the left there, you can see what we're covering across the curriculum there, the broader curriculum. I will focus a little bit more here on as scientists. Obviously, there's a link there to Food for Life. We're going to be looking at the importance for humans of eating the right amounts of different types of food, identifying that animals, including humans, need the right types and amounts of nutrition, and that they cannot make their own food. They get nutrition from what they eat. Construct and interpret a variety of food chains. So some of the key language there will be producers, predators and prey. Again, staying with the keywords digestion, digestive system, nutrition. We're also identifying different types of teeth and their basic functions. And we're going to be researching different food groups. So there's an awful lot of scientific knowledge going to be explored through the first half term particularly. Looking at literacy, our key text for the first half term is a book called Quill Soup, a wonderfully illustrated book. It's a tale of friendship, sharing and trust, which explores a well-known tale told from different cultural perspectives. Some of the writing outcomes we're going to have this forthcoming half term: non-chronological reports, setting descriptions, diary entries, persuasive speech and a traditional story. Pleased to share that our guided reading text is Roald Dahl's James and the Giant Peach. Fantastic book. The children are already getting into that one. And if you just glance there, you can see what those end of year expectations are for writing and for reading. I won't read through those. You can pause me whenever you wish to have a closer look. Summer term 2, historical topic, Anglo-Saxons, fantastic topic, great way to end year 4. As historians, we're going to be learning why the Anglo-Saxons invaded and how we can possibly know where they settled. We're going to discover the mystery of the empty grave, what it tells us about Saxon Britain, and find out how people's lives changed when Christianity came to Britain. And we're also going to learn how the Saxons were able to see off the Viking threat, analyse the legacy of King Alfred, and research rugby's Anglo-Saxon beginnings as well. So we're looking at some local history there too. As artists, we're looking at traditional African art, and where we're going to be exploring patterns and symmetry and so on. Great little link there for maths. Again, on the left, you can just glance and see what our wider curriculum looks like. As scientists, we're learning about living things in their habitats. So keyword there, conservation and environment, looking at how environments can change and how this can at times pose dangers to living things. And we're going to be exploring the human impact on the planet, positive and negative, on our environment. Our text for summer term 2, a great story, covers all kinds of friendship issues as children are growing up. It's a great one to look at. The boy at the back of the class. Writing outcomes, biographies, autobiographies, advertisements, poetry, a critique and formal letters. So as we approach the end of the year, we're really starting to demonstrate our maturity in writing. Guided reading text is Fly, Eagle, Fly, an African tale, which has been retold. And again, glance on the right there, you can see what our end of year expectations are for writing and for reading. We continue to use Maths Mastery as we have done throughout all the previous year groups. We'll be focused on area, shape and symmetry, position and direction, reasoning with patterns and sequences, and 3D shapes. Just to draw your attention to, you're already aware of this, I know, in June, the children will take part in a multiplication check in order to make sure they're prepared to perform to their full potential. We are already engaging in lots of extra times table practice in class across the two classes. And we've been making this a focus for quite a while now. We'll continue our maths meetings, those daily 10-15-minute bursts to look at all the different areas of maths. That continues as normal. And if you just glance on the right there, you can see what those end of year expectations are for year 4 children in maths. Again, you can pause it by all means and have a closer look. Homework continues as it has done throughout the year. We set it on a Wednesday to be returned by the following Tuesday at the latest. There have been many plentiful examples of wonderful homework this year, so I just want to thank you all for the support, ongoing support from myself and Mrs. Ramsey. Numeracy homework will reinforce what the children are learning about throughout the week. We encourage you, as always, to read with your child. It's the most important thing. Times tables, whatever you can do to support, it's great. There's a link there. Again, I think Mrs. Ramsey has been putting that link quite a few times onto Class Dojo, so please, whatever you can do there is extremely welcomed by us. We're trying to add more challenge into the maths homework, so hopefully that's going to start meeting the needs of different children. Spelling tests continue on a Monday for those spellings that they've been given from the week before. There are some dates for your diary here, often subject to change, particularly when weather gets in the way. But if you take a look on the left there, you can see what kind of things are coming up. Hopefully that's a good guide at least. You can always contact us, as you have done throughout the year, via Class Dojo, but there are emails there for us as well, and school numbers. Just to conclude, we've already talked about these briefly. The end of year 4 expectations, as you can see, for reading, writing and maths, but what we thought we'd also like to attach is looking ahead, looking at those year 5 expectations. What's coming around the corner? Time is ticking along faster than we like. If you take a look again, you can pause these, you can look at the reading and the writing, see where we're heading for maths as well. And again, just like to conclude the meeting by thanking you all for your ongoing fantastic support. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.